What's up, everybody? It's Kurt.
This is Josh.
And we are Flosstradamus. You're watching your boy Anthony on JoyEngine.com.
Disco dance.
So I'm here with my man Curtis, my man Josh, Flosstradamus.
Hello.
Hey, good to see you guys again, definitely.
What up?
And hey, 2009, I know you guys been super busy. How's it been for you guys so far?
As Lil Jon said, it's 2009 and it's Patron time. No, it's been good, man. It's been busy. We've been like in the studio way more.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, we're not doing as many shows. I know we're out here in Denver. We had to come out and play the little thing at Beta last night, but it was fun, man. We like did this single with Mountain Dew, like this Green Label project. It was with this girl Caroline Polacheck from Chairlift.
Okay.
The song's called Big Bills. And then we just finished up this record with De La Soul.
Nice.
Which is like, I'm still a little bit shocked. That's not gonna settle in for a little bit. I'm gonna be like 40 and wake up one day and be like.
When can we look forward to that?
It's out actually. It just dropped. Yeah, it dropped like a week ago.
Okay,
Yeah, it's on
definitely.
iTunes right now.
And what's it called? What's it called?
It's called Are You In?
Okay, definitely. So definitely look forward to that. Now, hey, you guys get overwhelming response when you guys go play shows, and but like yesterday you were in Salt Lake City. That's like a smaller market.
Yeah.
It's got to be a good feeling to get the response in like a place like that, those smaller markets, you know, because it's gonna be obvious when you go to a New York, LA, you know. So I mean, that's got to be a good feeling.
No, it is. It's crazy because like the smaller markets kind of bring it back to how when we started. Like a lot of the places we'll go will be like in an intimate venue with just like a bunch of people crammed in there, and it just feels like it was like right when we started doing our parties back in Chicago. And like it's cool. We'll go to some cities, play big clubs and stuff, but the things that are really intimate are like really where it's at. I don't know, it feels so good.
Yeah, Chicago's like a big city with like a small city mentality.
Okay.
So it's like whenever we get to do those little shows, it definitely feels like home. And also, I mean, like New York and LA and like a lot of the major markets, they're kind of spoiled a little bit because everyone goes there. So it's like they could go out to any show any night of the week. And because everyone's broke right now and like no one's selling records, like everyone's on tour.
Right.
So it's like seeing a show isn't even that special right now. But when you go to like Salt Lake City, not everyone's really stopping through, and so they really appreciate it. They go super hard.
Yeah, they go off.
It's like when you go to like Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah.
They just rage
Yeah.
because you're like that's like the only show they're gonna see in like that month.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, performing for you guys, I mean, what you guys do, you get instant gratification. Man. I mean, it's one of the only, I think, arts where you go out there and you're going to see what people like or what they don't like right away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be a good feeling as well.
No, it is. It's a good feeling and a bad feeling too, because like sometimes you can play.
It can go wrong.
Oh yeah, it goes wrong, man. Like I mean, we play a lot of the hits like in our set. That's just like what we like to do, and we know what works. But like sometimes we'll play like a new track or something, and be like, all right, this is awesome. We're feeling this, and we'll play it, and it'll just be like the crowd's like, nope, we're not, and it like. You have to figure out what to do next and just like keep the crowd moving. But
Yeah, you listen to it on the plane and you're like, yeah. And the headphones are Curtis like, yeah, this is awesome, man. This is gonna kill. And play it to like a crowd of like 300 people, and they're like,
nope.
what?
And you two up there, man, how do you guys figure out what you're going to play? I mean, because it's not just one DJ who can make all the decisions. There's two of you.
Right, yeah. Like we'll just start out like the set. Like we'll talk about it. We'll be like, yo, let's just start out with this tonight, and then it goes from there. And I'll look at it like what he's about to play, and vice versa. He'll look at what I'm about to play, and we'll just kind of know. We have certain songs that we know will go off of other songs, and then we have other things that like when we hear something, we'll be like, oh, okay, this might go with it. And then I'm like, yo, Josh, I'm gonna play this, and he's like, all right, and vice versa. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of freestyle just because obviously different cities, different like times of the year, like everything has to kind of change.
Right.
You know, it still is the same like DJ shit, but like there's certain mixes that kids listen for.
Yeah.
So we kind of almost have to do them like they're like our anthems. And
Right.
Shit, you know?
we have like that's the thing, like well, a lot of like bands and stuff have like their hits and stuff, and that's kind of like Josh and I's little mentality. We're like, we have certain mixes that we do a lot of the times in our sets, but like the fans that have seen us before like know that it's coming, and the people that haven't like are like, whoa, what is that? So it's cool. It's like
Hey, one thing I noticed about you guys, I mean, you guys have never really put out a record or an album, man, and you guys are at like a great level of success right now. Is that even necessary for you guys? I think what's cool too is I can go download your stuff, you know, for free. You know?
Yeah, and that's what we do. We try to keep like everything we do for free, pretty much. Like depending, like certain things like have to be sold, but like yeah, like we try to keep everything for free, and you can just get it all off the internet, and that's kind of where our success came from. Like
The internet.
Yeah, it was the internet. It was with MySpace and everything, and like yeah, it's if you want anything of ours, you can just go download it. But if you want to like check us out, just come on out and see. And like they're two different things. The music we produce as well as like the stuff we perform is like two different things, and it's a cool thing.
Yeah, and it helps too, man. I mean, like putting out a record, I think for a lot of people, like especially if it sounds a very specific way.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to like, you know, Florida by Diplo, like that record sounds like nothing that he like plays at all.
Right.
And like I remember when he first put that record out, there was a division in the fans, the kids that were at the show and they wanted to hear like the down-tempo-y crazy like Florida stuff, and the kids that just wanted to hear like the hollowtronics, like just hits, you know, whatever anthems and joints, and it like caused this crazy like riff in like his fan base. But like with us, we hadn't put anything out except for like these little like remixes and like bootlegs and stuff, and they all sounded so different that all of our kids, like from the jump, were like had to be like, okay, we gotta like all this different stuff. And so when we released our first single this winter, like people had no clue what to expect,
right.
But when they heard it, they were into it. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. I mean, that was a great segue into the next question. I got an opportunity to talk to your boys, Mikey Rock, you know, Chuck, or the cool kids, and they really gave you guys a lot of credit for pushing the music scene in Chicago, just because of the fan base you guys bring out, the diversity and the different music. When you hear something like that, man, what are your thoughts?
Oh, it's cool, and shout out to them. Cool kids, always killing it.
Right.
And they're pushing the envelope too, and that's the one thing that we all just started in Chicago. There was a sound that was going on at the time, and we just didn't want to be a part of it. We're like, let's just do something totally different, and it's always been that way. Josh and I will play some weird songs out in the club, and like people might not feel them, but like in a couple of months they're gonna be feeling it or something. Like it just happens. I remember when Day and Night by Kid Cudi came out, and we were playing it in the club, and people are like, "What is this?" And now like everyone just like wants that song. So it happens, and like the cool kids are doing the same thing with their music. They're making some like next level hip hop stuff. When they came out, they had like this little sound that kind of sounded old school, and now their new stuff is just different.
Right.
They're like taking it there, and that's like one thing about Chicago artists that are doing that. Even his sister, Kid Sister's doing that.
Absolutely.
Hollywood Holt, Nano, they're doing it too.
They gave you. I just got a chance to talk to them, and they gave you a lot of love as well.
Yeah, everyone's pushing it. It's cool.
And I mean, even like aside from like production and everything, like in Chicago, like the party that we started doing was at this little like hole in the wall venue. Like I said, like when we do those small markets, it feels good because we're used to that really like super cozy, you know, vibe. But the party like kind of ended up becoming like the headquarters for that like Chicago movement.
Right.
Like it was this little like deadhead bar in a gay neighborhood, and like no one would have gone there for any other reason other than like this little thing that we did once a month. And so, you know, it kind of at that point like just kind of like got everything started. You know, that was like the tipping point
right.
for it.
And it gave everyone like the venue, just like he was saying, it was a deadhead bar in a gay neighborhood, and it just like seriously it was like no holds barred. You do whatever you wanted there and it would work out. And so that's the thing, we would just play the weirdest stuff and like kids would get down, and it just kept the movement going.
Well, man, we definitely look forward to, you know, more to good stuff. What are the you know, there's still half the year left in 09, man. What are the rest of the plans for you guys?
We're working on a record right now. We're trying to do a single through some label. We have some like ideas, but we're still working on it. But we're going to Japan with Kid Sister in August and just doing some random shows, and just we're just focusing on production right now.
Okay.
Working on some remixes. Yeah, it's cool, man. We're just trying to get our studio game tight. That De La record was like the best training ever because it was the first time we'd ever had to do something that was more than like 4 minutes long.
Right.
It's part of the original run for Nike, and so what it is, like A-Track did one of those. What is it? Chemical Brothers did one. Like it's a 45-minute uninterrupted mix of all original production.
I see.
So it was really good for us to just kind of get focused and get our just studio game on, you know. So it's like, because we're so used to just being on the road all the time, it was really hard to, when we got home, not want to just rest. Like we got home and we were like, as soon as we got home from our last little bit, like they were like, De La like is ready to do this, and we just like jumped in the studio, and it was like every day just grinding on it. Yeah. So that's what we're working on right now, just applying that same mentality to our own projects. Yeah.
Definitely, man. Well, hey, man, it's good meeting up with you guys again. Always good seeing y'all. My homies right here, Flosstradamus.
Yes.
Look forward to more stuff with y'all, man. We out of here.
Peace. Thanks, guys.